Hi guys, Ewell here with a quick overview on my entry into the ScoreSpace Game Jam number 9. This was my second ever game jam and there were 124 games entered into the jam. The main idea of the ScoreSpace Game Jam is that you create a game with a high score system and the top games will be played by streamers to compete to get the best score. For this jam, I had 72 hours to make a game with the theme climbing. This seemed like quite a restrictive theme to me, where all the games are going to be about climbing up a wall or jumping up platforms, but I wanted to make a game that was original and unlike any others. After some thinking, I came up with the idea that you're trying to climb up the business ladder, trying to get promoted to higher positions and better paid jobs. On the first day, I came up with a plan for my game and what I wanted the gameplay to be like. I wanted the player to complete mini-games that were based on jobs to try and get promoted to a higher floor in a skyscraper. I came up with just under 10 ideas for mini-games, but I cut it down to 5 so they would be manageable. The first mini-game is opening doors for people, the second is making coffee for people, the third is answering different phones, the fourth is catching paperwork, and the fifth is promoting or firing people. I started by making a player and platforms, deciding to go for a simple blocky design as I didn't want to waste much time trying to create some really artsy and incredible designs. I coded in the player movement left and right and gave them a jump. After this, I began working on the door levels and made the art for the doors and NPCs. I coded in a function so that when the player is touching the door and presses enter, the door opens for a short period of time. Then I made the NPCs spawn from both sides of the screen and stop at the door that is the same color as them. If the door is open, they go through. When an NPC goes through a door, you get points, but the longer they wait at the door, the more points you lose. I also made multiple different layouts for the levels. The next day, I created 3 more mini-games. I created phones that, after a random amount of time, start ringing and only stop after the player answers them. They also cause you to lose points the longer they are unanswered. I made an NPC that asks for a type of coffee and you have to pick up a mug and gather those ingredients for them from dispensers around the screen. Finally, I made pieces of paper that fall from the top of the screen and despawn when they hit the bottom. If you catch a white piece of paper, then you gain points. However, if you touch a yellow bill or brown lawsuit, the company isn't happy with you and you lose points. I also created the UI with the score, high score, and floor number. I thought about adding a combo system, but realized that I wouldn't have enough time to implement it properly. On the final day, I made the last minigame, a start screen, winning and losing mechanics, and sound effects. The last minigame had the player as a boss who promotes or fires employees that are doing well or badly. I added 2 progress bars to the top of NPCs' heads and made the right one green and the left one red. The value of the progress bars changed by a variable that is either 1 or -1. When a timer of random wait time ends, that variable switches between them. This shows how well the NPC is working and whether the player should leave them, promote them, or demote them. The player can press the up or down arrows to promote or demote, and gain points if they did it correctly. The player progresses to the next floor if they do a certain number of their tasks, for example, deliver 5 perfect coffees, or catch 10 white pieces of paper. They lose the game when they lose too many points in one level. This was the first game that I added music and sound effects to, so there were many problems and some of the sounds were broken and didn't work properly. However, the background music worked just fine and I was very happy with it. Most of the development went smoothly, but there was a big bug that I couldn't fix in the time available, when in some playthroughs you start losing points every second for no reason, and that could make it unplayable. Overall, I had a great time making it and playing other people's games. You can play the business climb at eworld.itch.io and I hope you enjoy it. That's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. Like if you liked and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video. Bye.